Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen of the House, I stand before you today to put a familiar face on the Medicaid situation that we are talking about. My family is one of the 425,000 families in the state that will be keenly affected by the removal of United Healthcare. In 1984, I thought I was Superwoman, and I decided to adopt an infant as a single parent. Between 1984 and now, my son has been diagnosed with multiple disabilities: Asperger's syndrome, obsessive compulsive disorder, oppositional defiant disorder, receptive language disorder, attention deficit with hyperactivity disorder, and type 2 diabetes. I learned about services when he was about 13 and was referred to Easter Seals. We stayed with Easter Seals, and I felt we were getting good providers and good services until the privatization of Medicaid 2 years ago. We had to switch to AmeriHealth, and thus we had a new case manager. Representative Forbes and many of the others who have spoken have talked about how relevant a case manager is. The case manager, and I know you know this, most of you, but he or she is the essential person in making sure that the person who is disabled gets the services that are needed. The case manager at Easter Seals took several years to build a rapport with my son. He was in his early 30s when I felt secure that he could be transitioned from my home into another type of living. You know, I'm a single parent, and you all heard that I'm 72 years old. I'm not going to live forever. And what is going to happen to my son when I'm gone? After we lost Easter Seals and again losing AmeriHealth, and that case manager took 2 years to build a rapport with him, we came into services with United Healthcare. It has been a year and a half before my son ever agreed to see the case manager. She and I talked on the phone all this time, but last month, or I guess it's April now, so in February of 2019, she was able to visit with him in our home without me for the first time. She and I were elated and scheduled to meet to start planning his transition from my home into another type of facility when this happened. He is the one who came to me on Friday because he is the one that was alerted on his phone that United Healthcare was leaving. He became very anxious and wanted to know how that was going to affect him and what that was going to mean. I am just one of 424,000 people who live this every day. And as you know, I am a real person. I'm one of you. But I am carrying an extra burden that hopefully most of you will never have to face. It is not fun, it's heavy, and now with United leaving, it has become devastating. We had much better services, and my son was much better provided for when the state was over Medicaid. I was beginning to feel secure and hope that MCOs were going to get it together when this happened. What are we, Republicans and Democrats together, going to do to help families like myself solve this problem? I'm well educated. I know the system. And yet, I have a dilemma. What about our constituents who don't know how to access the system, or if they do, they can't speak for themselves? We have a grave problem. I don't know if you see it or if you realize it, but look at me. I would not stand here before you and reveal my personal life if I didn't think it was necessary to help you understand the situation that we're in. Please wake up. Please think. And please help those who cannot help themselves. Thank you.